I'm Tommie Lee, and this is the Scam of the Week. Jan Diaz, the president and CEO of Your Better Business Bureau serving Northern Indiana, joins us once again. Jan, how are you today?
I'm doing well, Tommie. Thanks for asking.
So first it was Jessica, then it was Evelyn, now it's Nancy. Today we're talking about the fake loan processing and debt collection calls, and if those names sound familiar, it's because you've probably gotten one of those scam calls using one of those names, making the rounds right now.
Yeah, and that's right, Tommie. A lot of people are getting these fake loan processing calls. We've all experienced them on some level, and our BBB scam tracker has received thousands of reports from people getting nearly the same call or the same voicemail. So the name changes, but the goal doesn't. These scammers want you to call back and they want you to give up personal information.
Jan, how do these calls usually sound? What do they usually sound like?
Yeah, well, the scam, it might begin with a voicemail saying they're calling about your loan application. They make it sound as if you're almost approved and they just need to confirm a few details. But the problem is most people never applied for the loan in the first place. So the scammer may leave a callback number, they'll leave a fake application ID or a deadline date when the deal supposedly ends. And the scammer will provide just enough information to make everything sound official. And so, Tommie, there's another version of the scam as well. And in that version, the scammers say they're with a debt collection company. So they claim your account qualifies for a balance reduction program, but only if you call them back right away. So either way, they're trying to make the request sound urgent.
They want to put a little panic in you, and that way you don't stop to think, wait a minute, I never applied for a loan.
Yeah, exactly. Because when we feel rushed, and the scammers know this, we don't always ask the questions we normally would. And that's why the scammers use deadlines and urgency, or they make it sound like they're helping you avoid a bigger problem.
So what should somebody do if they get one of these calls?
Well, first, we recommend do not rush to call them back. If you don't know the company or you never applied for a loan, just take that as a red flag. Don't call them back at all. And if you end up talking with them, don't give out personal information or, especially on a call you weren't expecting. So that means not giving out your social security number. Don't give out your bank account information. Don't give any other financial details.
All right, so what if they already know your name or maybe some other basic details?
Yeah, Tommie, that can happen to make it sound as if they really are who they say they are, but that doesn't mean they're legitimate. It just means they did their homework. Because real companies won't pressure you into confirming sensitive information on a call you didn't initiate. So if you want to check them out, look up the name of the company online. Don't contact them using the number that they left you in a voicemail, but find the contact information at the company's official website. That's the safest way.
Important to remember the number that they give you is not a shortcut to your peace of mind. It's actually part of the trap.
Yeah, that is absolutely right, because these scammers are counting on a person's emotional reaction. Taking just a few extra minutes to check can make a big difference.
Okay, what if somebody already called back or did share some information? What do they do next?
Yeah, so if that's happened to you, just move quickly. If you've shared financial information, make sure to call your bank or credit card company right away. And if you've shared information such as your social security number or date of birth, things like that, monitor your credit accounts closely for any suspicious activity. There's a way that you can put a flag and a lock on your credit. So that's what we recommend. And then we also ask that you report it to BBB Scam Tracker at bbb.org/scam tracker. When you file a report with BBB, it helps us identify patterns so that we can warn others about the same scam.
Absolutely. All right, Jan, before we let you go, what's the main thing that you want the listeners to remember?
Yeah, well, Tommie, I'd like to leave everyone with one challenge this week because we are all constantly being bombarded with unsolicited phone calls, sometimes on a daily basis. So if you receive an unexpected call from someone asking for money or personal information, hang up. Just hang up the phone. Don't continue to engage the person who is calling. We want you to stay vigilant to protect yourself from scams like this one. If you don't, you could be putting your personal information or your finances, and especially your peace of mind, at risk.
Challenge accepted. Remember, everybody, when something feels rushed, that is your cue to ask questions, not hand over any information. Jan Diaz from the Better Business Bureau of Northern Indiana. We thank you so much once again for joining us here on the Scam of the Week, and we look forward to talking to you again next time.
Yeah, likewise, Tommie. It's always great to be here.
Podcasts by Federated Media.